Hey, I'm back. Sorry for the little delay there. It's pretty busy. I was whooping up on some scripts at Cold Warrior East 2 and did some work on a couple of ships in the Gulf. Hung out in Alabama. Roll Tide. This one, by request, somebody wanted an old-fashioned. Now, this drink has come back a little bit in popularity now that the TV show Mad Men has become pretty popular. I don't watch the show, but I'm told that it's primarily about day drinking and womanizing, which I can kind of get behind that. In any case, it's impossible to talk about the old-fashioned, of course, without talking about bitters. The classic I have here is Angostura, and in fact it says the recipe for the old-fashioned right on the label. The old-fashioned recipe, 2 dashes Angostura, splash a club soda on a cube of sugar, muddle, add 2 ice cubes, 1½ ounces of bourbon, garnish with cherry and orange slice. Not really a big fan of the orange slice, but I do like using orange bitters. This one here is made by Angostura, just adds a little bit of that bitter orange flavor, and it is a little bit weaker in that really heavy herbalness to it. The third one I've got here, just for demonstration, I've got some Fees. So this is really cinnamony. If you kind of are in a more holiday spirit, kind of want something a little Christmassy, go ahead and maybe make your old-fashioned with some Fees. But here I'm going to go with the orange bitters. So again, we're going to put 2 dashes. I go a little bit more action shot, right? Put a little bit of that in there. And then I don't have simple syrup on hand. I know that I should. Every good cocktail maker should have some simple syrup on hand, but it's easy enough to make in your glass. I've got some powdered sugar here. Just grab a little bit of that, throw it in the glass, throw about an equal amount of water in there. And the powdered sugar melts a little bit more readily. Just kind of put it right in the corner of the glass, and again, action shot, just kind of stir this up. It takes a couple of seconds before all the sugar gets kind of incorporated and dissolved into the water. It will dissolve into cold water, so don't worry about that. That's good enough. Then you're going to want to throw some ice in there. I guess 4 ice cubes. I don't want a ton. That's plenty. This is the Kirkland bourbon. You do want to use a higher proof bourbon. This is 103 proof, something like that. And the reason for it is just there's some dilution involved with this drink. So in order for it to kind of come out properly, you do want to start with something a little bit higher. The rumor, of course, is that Jim Beam makes the Costco bourbon. Nobody knows if it's true, but that's what I've heard anyway. And then we plop a cherry in here. If you want, you can throw 2. It's not essential. If you really want, you can throw a little bit of this juice in there if you need it sweeter. But this is the classic. So I think this one's going out to Brian. I'm not sure. Big old bri. Cheers. That's perfect. Yeah, get yourself a pack of Chesterfields, kick back in your smoking jacket, pretend it's the 1960s, and that you're supporting a family on a single income with only a 40-hour work week. Cheers.